Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. One of the amazing things that I've witnessed taking place during these days is this issue of people inciting and encouraging other people to boycott Israeli goods. I'm all for that. That's from the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The scholars of Islam used this as an opportunity, an example of jihad fi sabilillah. If Muslims are at war with non-Muslims and you have the ability to put an embargo on them, for an example, that's from al-jihad, the real jihad of al-Islam. So it's from the deen, but it has fiqh connected to it. It's just not according to what is the whims of any Amr, Bakr, and Zayd. But there's one thing and a challenge I want to bring to the attention of the men of the community. I grew up in America as an African American, and I love sports, especially American football. I was an Oakland Raiders fan, and I was a fan of the New York teams, the Jets, the Giants, and so forth, so on. I was an avid basketball fan. I used to be a New York Knicks fan, a Nets fan back in the day when they were pretty good. Now, if I were to be a fan, I'll just follow the best team that I perceive as being the best team that's in the position to win the championship. So I'll jump from team to team. I'm not fanatical like that. I'm also an avid fan of American baseball. The World Series just completed and the Texas Rangers pulverized the opponent. So I grew up on sports. I like snooker, a sport here in this country, in the UK. I used to play pool in America. I parlayed my skills and knowledge of pool into being a formidable snooker player, alhamdulillah. So I'm like you. I like sports. But I want to challenge the brothers because I hear a lot of people saying, boycott, boycott, boycott Israeli products. Let's take this box of mice and throw it inside of Mickey D's while people are eating their Big Macs and their cheeseburgers and their French fries, having an evening out with their children. Let's add on to that, dropping the F-bomb at the door and just absolutely scaring people out of their wits. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is not dawah Allah. But back to the point. You want to boycott McDonald's? Okay. You want to boycott Starbucks? I saw 3 people. I perceived that they were Muslims. They had balaclavas on and they were dressed in black in Keithley, of all places. The one place that I love where I lived. And they were breaking and busting up the windows of Starbucks. And this is al-amr al-ma'ruf and al-nahy al-munkar. أوردها سعد وسعد مشتمل ما هكذا يا سعد تورد الإبل. This is not the way you give dawah ilallah. Anyway, the way we can start giving dawah to Allah as men, and everybody wants to be an alpha male. We always hear these, YouTube influencers talking about alpha men and be with this club and be with that club and Andrew Tate and we're muscle men. Okay, here's an opportunity. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna Allah yuhibbu ma'ali al-umur wa yakrahu safsafaha." Allah loves it when you engage yourself in high exalted issues, and He hates it that you engage yourself in trivial issues. Allah loves it that you try to memorize Juz Amma, or that you memorize the Quran, or that you learn how to read the Quran correctly, or you memorize the 40 hadith of Imam al-Nawawi. Allah loves that. That you pray in the masjid for Fajr. Allah loves that. And Allah hates that you busy yourself with trivial issues, sitting on the PlayStation for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, and it doesn't develop in you any skill set except how to waste your time and how to get better at playing PlayStation. Allah doesn't love that. So I want to challenge all of you alpha brothers out there. Let us start to boycott all of these sports that are a waste of time. I'm ready to boycott the National Football League and the NBA that just started. Wallahi, I'm ready to stop watching it. I don't want to watch it anymore. Just like you. I'm asking you and challenging you. Let's stop watching the soccer and the football here in the UK. Let us stop watching these teams like Manchester United, like Liverpool, like Arsenal, or whatever team club you root for. Whatever that happens to be. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, but I saw some Muslims taking positions that were pro-Palestinian, anti-oppression, like a brother by the name of Anwar Ghazi. He's playing for some club in Germany. There was another kid here in the UK, something Chowdhury. Both of them made simple text posts showing their support for the Palestinian people and their right for self-determination. In both instances, they were dealt with. The brother Anwar Ghazali was warned and then kicked off the club. Lost his job, his livelihood. Why? That's anti-Semitism. You want the destruction of the Israeli state, and he stuck to his guns, so to speak. And then the other brother, he still kept his job, but the FA told every club and every player, anyone who does this, there's going to be a price to pay. There was a Muslim family that went to the game, and he was a 15-year season ticket holder. But because he brought the Palestinian flag to the game, they kicked him out of the stadium, and now he can't watch the games anymore. So they've shown us what they think about us. That should be more incentive, that we should be willing and ready to boycott soccer, to boycott American football. Americans, you remember Colin Kaepernick? All African-American athletes were doing was taking a knee to say, we want to raise the consciousness of the people and let the people know that African-Americans are being policed differently than white people in America. So we're going to take a knee. And we're not going to acknowledge the playing of the national anthem. They were not against the American Constitution. They were not against the American flag. But some of the owners of those African-American teams, like the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboy owner, he said, anybody do that for my team, there's going to be a price to pay. So my challenge is, don't put on people what you yourself are not willing to do. Allah Ta'ala said that the Nabi and the Rasul said to his people, Ma wa ma uridu an ukhalifakum mila ma anhaakum anhu. I don't want to prohibit you people from doing something. I don't want to command you people to do something, and then I don't do it myself. I go against what I'm encouraging you to do. So if we're going to encourage people to boycott Amazon, Coca-Cola, and all of these products, we as men, alpha men, let us be the first to start boycotting these sporting events. And let's see what the answer is going to be. Mixed martial arts and those matches, boxing. A lot of people come and they complain, Saudi Arabia is doing this, Saudi Arabia is doing that. Look what they're doing and what's going on in Palestine. Look at, and I agree with that. But what about us? What about us watching what we're watching? Doing the time of the same problem. One rule for them, another rule for us. May Allah Ta'ala help us to be consistent, and may Allah Azza wa Jal make us of those people who have ulu al-himma, high determination. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu.